if you haven't been here before, and today I am gonna do another everything5pounds.com haul. So if you've been with me for the past year, you may have seen my old one. That was my first time trying the company for years, and it was honestly a little bit of a fail. So it made for a good video, but it didn't give me like too much hope about ordering from the company. However, a few people had asked if I would do it again, and I was going to do one last summer so that it would be like completely different, because I thought they'd probably stock different things, but I've actually managed to pick up some of the stuff being a little bit more summery anyway, so that it can be different. And also it's just good to try them again. I properly looked through the items. I really tried to pick things I thought would be nice. I'm not trying to sabotage myself. Like, ideally I would like to keep these things, but if I don't like them, I tend to give them to charity, because obviously the website's not that expensive anyway. I will say it's still called Everything £5. I did raise this issue last time that some items were above there. Pretty much everything now, unless it's in their sale, seems to sit at about £5.75. So just be aware of that, and postage is still expensive. They charged me £8 something for the postage this time, which I just think is insane considering it comes via Royal Mail and I don't pick like any kind of expedited delivery. So my plan was to completely open it on camera so you would see my absolute first thoughts, but I must say I did open the packet when it arrived because I was just like, have they even sent everything? It's tiny. So this is what arrived. I haven't ordered tons, but I expect it to be bigger. Last time I ordered, it was a massive box. And I did have 2 pairs of shoes last time, but I also did this time. And you can see how full this is. And this is without the shoes in, and the shoes were in here when it arrived. Like, I don't know, it was so crammed in, it was crazy. So everything is kind of screwed up. Yeah, so that's without the shoes. Let me show you the shoe box. This is the shoe box. It has got very, very squashed. I haven't looked in here so that I don't spoil the sort of like initial thing. And I haven't looked too closely at the clothes just because I do sort of want to give you my first impressions, like, completely honestly. If you want to see my last year's one, which was overall a bit of a fail, I will link it below. I think it was good fun. And just a quick throwback, if you have seen it, the trousers I describe as curtains, I actually wore out last summer. I actually decided to keep them and I wore them. And I actually got so many compliments. I think I had 3 people compliment three people compliment my trousers, and I was kind of blown away by that because I honestly thought they looked like curtains, but I kind of liked them, half liked them, and tried them, and now that I kept getting complimented, I have kept them in my wardrobe. For those of you that don't know the website, everything5pounds.com, basically it's been around for quite a while. It does things cheap. Often there'll be things from brands that hadn't sold that they'll resell, but they tend to cut the labels out so you're not supposed to know which brand it's from. But a lot of the stuff last time did have the brands in, but they were things that I hadn't really heard of. So I feel like they've maybe moved into more like cheaper Asian brands, maybe things like that as well. But we shall see what we get today. So without further ado, let me show you, because I keep saying that and I'm not getting into it, and I hate rambling because I know I do. Sorry. So today I had ordered 4 dresses because dresses are what I feel like I am lacking that's still in my wardrobe. I don't have that many that fit me. So I wanted to go more for things I needed. So I went for 4 dresses, a pair of trousers that were just a bit different for me, a top, which is so me, and the shoes, which are also quite me, but not really like anything I have. So, firstly, let's look at this dress. This is the only one that didn't come wrapped in like plastic or something, which is why I grabbed it out first. This one obviously does have the label in, and it is called Yar by CSM. I haven't heard of it, but it is this sort of like, I guess it's sort of a shirt dress. It's quite a thick material, but I feel like it still could be quite lightweight for the summer. It has an attached belt to it. I know you won't see it very well holding it up, so obviously I'll show you properly in a try on. But yeah, it feels quite good quality, like for something that didn't cost very much at least. So I'm hopeful with this one. Let's give it a go. Okay, so this is the first dress on. Overall, I'm quite happy with it. I will say you can tell that it's not like the best quality. There's a lot of telltale signs, like the cut around here is a little rough. Also the button is a different color here. I think it's on purpose because it matches the belt. I think I'd rather they were all the same rather than the top button be darker. Maybe that's just how this one is, I don't know, but I feel like because it matches the belt it's supposed to be that way. I wish it wasn't, but overall it's not bad. I think like the collar looks a bit funny right now, but I think it's how it got squashed in the packet. So this side's sitting really flat and this side isn't, so it looks smaller on this side, but I think that once I iron it and stuff it will look okay. It's definitely true to size, I would say. I got it in a size 12. It's got enough room where it's not uncomfortable, but it isn't like so big that it looks bad or doesn't fit, I think. So I think it's good in that sense. I really like the length of it. It falls just above my knee, so I don't feel uncomfortable, like it's really short, especially as it's flowy, so it could get caught in the wind. I feel like it would be pretty secure to wear, but it's still like a mini dress rather than go over the knee, which I find harder to style. So yeah, overall I'm really happy with it. I don't feel like it's that see-through. I have dark underwear on. I can't see it through unless I like hold the material down over it, so hopefully that's true on the camera as well, because sometimes the camera can see such different things and I'm too far from the viewfinder to really tell. But overall, yeah, I'm really happy with this one, and I'll give it a thumbs up. Okay, so the next one did come packaged in plastic. They all did. Obviously I'm not going to completely unwrap them all on the camera for ages or it'll take a long time, but just to show you that most of the stuff does come packaged like that. So despite them squashing and sort of damaging stuff in the like post, which I kind of will give them a thumbs down for, because they definitely shouldn't have put that much in one bag. At least most of it was protected, so let's see. Okay, so this is the dress. It is sort of more of a skater style, in a pale pink colour. I just thought this was really pretty. It's very lightweight. I feel like it'll be a really good dress for the summer, but it also has like a slightly smarter vibe. I think if you like dressed it up a little bit, you could get away with wearing this to like a wedding, a summer wedding or something, as long as, you know, pale pink wasn't the colour you're not supposed to be wearing to that wedding. It just says 12 in it, which is obviously the size I ordered, because I am usually a size 12. I'm a little bit hit and miss with sizes, as I'm sure most people are, especially lately, because I did lose a little bit of weight last year, but in some clothes, like, I still have to size way up and others are down and, you know, all the usual. But I do think this is really, really pretty. One thing I have noticed, which is really annoying, is it has a little stain on it. I guess maybe it's not originally packaged like that when they receive it. I don't know. Maybe they just package it up from the companies and resell. So it does have a little stain. I'm really hoping that will come out if I end up liking this dress, because from first impressions it seems really nice. I don't know if it has a label down the bottom to say the brand. Let me see. No. It says it's made in the UK, but that's all it says. So honestly, no idea with this one, but it does seem quite nice, so let's go and try it on. Okay, so this is this dress on. I do really like it. It is quite sheer. You can definitely see my bra through the top, but I feel like because it's not really letting the white colour of my bra through, it just looks like it's part of the dress. Like you have this sort of V shape. I do have a sort of a wireless bra on today, so I feel like it will work better. I feel like if you had a wireless one, maybe you'd see it a little bit more like lumpy. But I do overall really like it. I just have to hope that the stain comes out of it, because obviously it is quite obvious. I don't know if you can see on the camera being so far away, but it really is this like obvious grey mark down here. But again, I think it's a really nice length. It's comfortable while being a mini dress. It's a little shorter than the last one, but I kind of like that. The other one was like borderline long, like it was like a nice length. I really liked it, but this is probably what most people would prefer. For reference, I'm about 5'6", so I'm not like really short, but I'm not super tall. I'm just sort of average height, so I feel like it is a good length. If you're really tall, it may end up being a little too short if you don't want something too short, but yeah, overall I think it's good. It doesn't have like a zip or anything to get it on, so do bear that in mind. I found it easy to get on, so hopefully it is easy to get off. It has a lot of stretch in the material. I think it's a very flattering shape. The only bit that doesn't sit quite right on me is right here. It is a little bit baggy, but then it's very tight around my bust. I often have this problem with clothes, so it's nothing unheard of for me. It doesn't really put me off the item just because I'm so used to it, and I really struggle to find things like dresses, especially the shape, that don't do that. I don't think it's terrible. It's just that it is quite snug around my breasts, and then I think I have quite small shoulders, so it's always a bit baggy, and then the excess material tends to clump up here. But apart from that, I do really like it for the price, so again, I'll say thumbs up. Okay, and the next dress that I picked up was this one, which is a little bit different. It kind of reminds me of Wednesday Addams vibes, obviously a very big hit right now. I actually used to have a dress that looked quite like this, but like a lot more casual looking from Boohoo, but I don't fit into that anymore, so I thought I could get a different one. I love collars on clothes. As you've probably noticed through a lot of the stuff I buy, I get a lot of shirts and things. So I just thought this was really cute. It has like a more like mesh panel at the top, but the rest of the dress is like a velvet feel. I kind of wish the whole thing was velvet. I don't really like the mesh panel. From the pictures on the website, I could kind of see that it was different at the top, and I was hoping it wouldn't look too starkly different, but you can kind of see it because there's quite a thick line where the material changes, but it might look really nice on. So let's go and have a look. Oh, and the brand is Daphne Paris. I've not heard of it, but it feels like quite a nice dress, so let's hope, shall we? Okay, so I really like this overall. As I said when I was just holding it up, I wish this bit wasn't sheer. I wish the whole thing was a velvety. I definitely wouldn't want to be wearing a bra with straps like I am right now. I definitely want a strapless bra with it, so it's not seen through the sheer part. But I still think it's very good for the price. It is a little tight around my neck and my boobs, which is an area I run into quite a lot because they just never make these style dresses big enough for my boobs. I can do it up so it's not too small, but I just wish it had a little bit more room. But I still think this is a very useful addition for my wardrobe personally, because I don't have many black dresses anymore, and I used to have so many and I used to love them. So I'm glad to have something else like this to add back into my wardrobe just for when I want this kind of look. It's not going to be so tight I can't breathe or anything. It's just a little bit more room would just be so much more comfortable. But I think the little lace collar looks really pretty, and it feels good for the price. It's not the most high quality style of this dress that you could get. I've seen a lot of more similar kind of dresses lately from like And Other Stories, which obviously are a lot more money and a lot nicer. But I feel like if you're someone who wants something like this in your wardrobe but probably wouldn't reach for it too much, I think it's a really good buy, so I can't complain. Okay, and the final dress I bought was this one, which is a shirt dress. It's long sleeved. I don't really have any long sleeve dresses, which is why I ordered this, and I just thought it was in this sort of like neutral colour, so it would hopefully be easy to sort of layer with things to look nice with maybe some brown tights or something when it's just that little bit chillier. It has buttons to do up the cuffs, they're not like completely baggy. And then it has an elasticated waist, but I will say, just looking at it, it looks like there's going to be like a hole around where the belly button is. The way it is, like with the buttons and where the elastic pulls, it seems like it won't sit well, but I guess we will see when I try it on. Otherwise it seems quite nice. It doesn't seem like the highest quality thing. It's by a company called Suffle. I've not heard of them, but you know, I feel like it could make it quite a nice casual dress if it will sit right with this elasticated waist, but it just looks really strange up close. It also comes with a matching belt, so I guess maybe that will cover it. I don't know, we shall see. I'm going to show you the shoes as well and try it on with this dress just so you can see them too. And then I'll move on to the final outfit, which will be the top and the trousers. Okay, so the shoes are by a company called Gabbana, and they seem to be packaged quite well. They're in like sort of little mesh holders and stuff, so let me grab them out and we can see what we think of them. Okay, and these are the shoes. They are these sort of suede feel, like obviously faux suede, loafers. They feel really soft at first, like they honestly feel like they'll be super comfy, so hopefully they will. They obviously have this sort of diamante bow on it, which is what made me buy them. I thought they would add a little bit of something if you want to like jazz up an outfit a bit but you don't want to wear heels. So I thought that would look really nice. I really like them. This bow is a little bit wonky and it's definitely the way it's sewn on, which is a little irritating, but hopefully not too noticeable. But overall I think, you know, considering they were like £5.75, they look really nice. You wouldn't be able to wear them too much in rain because of the colour and the material, but I do think they seem quite good quality for the price. They actually have a reasonably thick heel for a flat, so hopefully it will give a little bit more support than a lot of my current flats, and hopefully will be comfy. So I will let you know what I think of them when we try on. Okay, and this is the dress on, and it's horrendous. I hate it so much. I was totally right, like it's left this horrible gap here on my belly, like why would I want that? That's why I left it undone, so you could see that. It's too tight, like because it's elastic I can get it on, but it's so tight, like I could feel it trying to do it up. I'm like, this is just so small, and I guess if it was bigger, like the gap thing maybe isn't such an issue, but it is supposed to be in my size. It looks a little bit better with the belt there, but the quality is not good. It is completely see-through. I don't know if you can see my underwear from there through the camera, but I can definitely see it in the mirror, especially from the back, and I don't even want to turn around. It's so bad. And I haven't even bothered doing these sleeves up because the buttons keep getting caught, like the thread is so loose that the threads keep getting stuck around them, so I don't even want to get my arm stuck in it right now. I'm really sad because the other three dresses overall was such a win this time, but this is my complete letdown. But not forgetting to show you the shoes before I rush out of this dress. I think they are stunning. They feel super comfortable, so hopefully they are, like at first glance. I currently have cuts on the back of my heels from where my boots are really rubbed, so I can slightly feel it there, but overall they feel really comfortable. But I can't go out and try them right now because I know that I can't break in new shoes while my feet are in this state, but overall they feel really, really comfy. I love the look of them. I love the glitter. I do get annoyed that the bow isn't straight, as I did point out, but for the price, I actually think these are lovely, and I'm actually really tempted to go and order some more. They had different colours. So I got this thin knit because I thought as we move into spring, thinner knits are good. I don't have too many of them, so I thought this would be useful. It's plain and will go with everything, and you know me, I love a high neck, so I thought this was great. I was hoping it'd be a bit more white. It's definitely a lot more cream in person. It looks sort of more white in the camera than it does in person, but it doesn't seem too bad quality, like as an instant feel. Does look like it may be a little see-through, which I'm sort of used to with white jumpers. Let's see what brand. Okay, so they have cut the brand out, but I'm almost certain this sort of label looks like H&M. It's like grey, and then it says Euro size M, made in Bangladesh. I think it is. Maybe there's like something on another label. Give me a second. Yeah, it has hm.com on the care label, so it is from H&M. So I don't know, $5.75 for an H&M knit, is that a bargain? I don't know. I feel like if it had gone into their sale it would have been like that, but I'll take it. I mean, it's a plain thing, what can go that wrong? And then finally the trousers, they are so different from me, so you might laugh. I don't know if I'm gonna like these or not, but I wanted to try them. They actually had these like spotty ones, like these polka dot ones that I really wanted, but as I was trying to buy they sold out, so I ended up just getting plain ones. And it is these. They are pink, as you can see. They're more like a legging, I guess. They were sold as trousers, but they're definitely more like a legging. They have an elasticated waist, and they have a silver zip. Ew, there is a stain. Like, oh my god, can you see that? Like that red mark? I'm assuming it's like pen or something. It's definitely like too pale to be like blood or something, thank god. But I don't know what it is, but I don't know, it's just really off-putting where it is. But it's by a brand called Cherry Coco. These are size 10 to 12. So I'm not sure how well they will fit. They may end up being a little bit small, but they are very, very stretchy, being elasticated, and they do have obviously this little zip. I have purposely worn black underwear so we can test if these are see-through, because I feel like with trousers, like personally at least, I definitely don't want my trousers being see-through. Like on a jumper or something I can sort of accept it if it's just slightly see-through, but whereas I really hate it with trousers. So let's go and put those on together and test it. Okay, and here's the last outfit. It's still pretty tragic because it's so see-through. However, I will say the leggings do fit really well. I rolled the jumper up so you could see where they sort of come to. It's just that the like elastic on the inside keeps wanting to like poke out, which is kind of annoying. And obviously, as I said, I wore like thick like underwear on purpose just to test what it was like, and it is clearly very see-through. Maybe with sort of nude seamless underwear it will look okay. I might try it with it, but I'm still not convinced that these are for me. I have very pink skin naturally, so I'm not sure if they make me look a little naked. Give me your opinion on that, because that will definitely sway whether I keep them. But they are super comfy, so I feel like they'd be really cool for like working out and stuff, as long as like my underwear is not going to show through too badly. So I don't know, like they have a potential use. The H&M jumper is also very, very, very see-through. So I can see why it never sold in H&M. However, I have some pinafore dresses and things that like knitwear like this is very useful to layer with, so I feel like I could make use of it in that sense, because then it will cover the sheer bit if I've got like a dress over it. So I still feel like I will use this, and it was a good buy for me. But yeah, like overall it's very see-through. You know, I've got a white bra and it is like so visible. But yeah, I mean, if you don't mind this, I know some people like it, then go for it, but it does obviously suggest the quality isn't great. And it's just not really me. But you know, individually this isn't a bad piece, and neither is this. I just think they just need to be done right, and they're just not really vibing with me. Okay, so that is the end of the haul. I feel like compared to my last try with everything5pounds.com that this has been a little bit more successful overall. I feel like it is very hit and miss what you buy on there, and it's like sheer luck whether it's good. But it does make the shopping experience kind of fun, I'm not gonna lie. I do think if you only have a certain budget and you need something, definitely do not buy on there. Like definitely buy somewhere else, even if it's gonna cost you a little bit more, like a brand that you kind of trust. But I do think this is good if you're just looking for a few little extra bits for your wardrobe and you see a few things you like on there. I think it's worth the risk. And I mean, if not, if you're in a position where, you know, if you get a couple of items and spend sort of £10 or so, if you're in a position where that doesn't matter too much, like, I feel like they make great donations to charity because they are new clothes, and for what doesn't suit or fit you, someone else might really like. So I do think it's worth it in that sense. So I hope you enjoyed watching this video. I hope you enjoyed seeing what I got from there. I will link what I can, but obviously their stuff does change in and out, and the availability of sizes goes quite quickly. But I will link what I can find if they still have it. And I will see you for another video sometime soon. Bye guys!